Hey, what's up everyone? Tim here from Everyday Tactical Vids. A couple weeks ago, I put out a video of a survival shovel. It had like a bunch of tools built into the shovel. Well, that same company, which I believe it's pronounced Iunio, contacted me and said, hey, you want to check out our survival blankets? So what we've got are two different styles of blanket. We've got them in woodland camo and then winter camouflage. And basically, these are the, your emergency survival blankets. Some people call them astronaut blankets. You see a lot of people put these into packs and talk about how they can be great because they retain heat, etc. But they reached out to me and said, do you want to review them? I said, yeah, you know what? Let's go out and sit in the cold and test it out and see how well they really work. So let me give you some of the details of this, and then we're going to head out into the cold here in New Hampshire and see how well these products work. Here's a look at the two products. Pretty much all your same information right down the front. Your only difference is your camouflage. So winter camo and woodland camo there. Let's just give you the quick rundown of what they say. So one blanket is 52 inches by 82 inches, holds up to 95% of body heat. I think they mean reflects 95% of the body heat, helps prevent shock and hypothermia, perfect for insulation, shade, ground cover, durable, lightweight, reusable. The durability is always a question on these things. If they rip really easily, you just got to be extra careful, when you're actually utilizing it. Waterproof and windproof and made of non-toxic material. So it looks like they're basically the exact same product other than, like I showed you, the camouflage color. So we're going to take one of these and head out into the cold of New Hampshire and see how warm this keeps us. All right, guys, I'm sitting here in my house. The thermostat is set around probably 64, 65 degrees. And you can see, even though this is just a meat thermometer, it's picking up the air temperature. So 64.5, 0.4. And we're going to head out onto the front porch and check the temperature out there, and then I'm going to wrap myself up in the blanket to see if it's warmer, up close to my body where I'm holding the blanket close versus just the air temperature out there. Let's go give this a shot. All right, here you can see the air temperature outside, 30 degrees. Let's try to bundle up in this blanket now. All right, guys, here I am wrapped up, the human baked potato out on my front porch. And one thing I'll give you just a kind of a recommendation is that if you want to use this to keep in, say, your core body heat, you can do what I've done, which is I've tucked it into my pants. So yes, that means that my lower body's not going to be as covered, but my upper body definitely is. It's kind of wrapped up, and there's not a lot of cold air sneaking in. I basically tucked it in all the way around, and then put it over top of my head, and then, the more that you close it up so there's not a lot of cold air sneaking in, the more you're going to actually keep the heat in here. So I got my thermometer right here. And I'm just going to hang out here for probably, 5 minutes or so, and then we'll see what the temperature feels like inside. Now, obviously, this is not an ideal situation where I'm just sitting here, I got no fire, no nothing, but I can tell you already, I can feel the difference between my upper body and my lower body as far as the heat, just being out here 2 minutes so far. All right, guys, I've been out here for a bit. I can first of all, I can absolutely tell you that my legs right here, which have nothing on them, versus my upper body there, I can just tell you I can feel a difference in the temperature. So, it's cool. If you've never done anything like this before, you've never used one of these Mylar blankets, definitely give it a shot, because you will experience the difference between, having no blanket and having something as simple as this. It can definitely make a difference. Again, I don't want to sit here all night long until tomorrow morning when the sun comes up, but it is definitely working. So I've got my thermometer. Let me turn this thing on here. Again, 30 degrees outside. And we'll let it register the temperature inside here, and then I'll show it to you on camera. It's continuing to rise, so that's why I'm not showing it to you yet. Up to 60 degrees inside my blanket now. Alright, so with this little opening here in front where you can see my head is sticking out, I've gotten the temperature up to around 61 degrees. Let's see if you can pick it up on camera here. See if you can see that. So now it's dropping, obviously, about 55, 54, 53. It was up around 60 degrees inside here. So yes, definitely a difference to be inside this astronaut blanket versus just the temperature outside. Pretty cool. Alright guys, so what can I tell you about these blankets? Well, obviously it makes a huge difference as far as your heat level. Now, I'm pretty sure some people are thinking, they're like, yeah, well, you're just sitting out there for 20 minutes, so obviously you're going to get colder as the night goes on. Absolutely. So there was a 30-degree difference basically between the temperature outside and the temperature inside the blanket. But as the night goes on and I'm getting colder as I'm sitting there, obviously the temperature, my body's not creating as much heat, so the temperature difference is going to get closer, I'm going to be less warm, etc. But that being said, you know, you get a little fire going and then kind of open that blanket up and hunker around the fire. That's going to give lots of heat. You don't have to make a massive fire to keep you warm if you got a blanket that's reflecting the heat kind of down your back and around you. So, you know, if you've never used one of these before, I encourage you to test it out. Just try it out, even in your house, just to see the difference of, like, man, sitting in a house that's set at, you know, 65, 68 degrees with one of these, you'll be really warm. As you can see, I put it back in a Ziploc bag. You could make it even more compact. I just kind of folded it up a little bit and crammed it in. But keeping one of these in your EDC bag, your car emergency bag, even in the office. I know a guy who travels a lot, and he keeps one of these in his briefcase because he gets stuck in an airport, and now this gives him a little extra warmth if he has to, like, stay there overnight or stay there for an extended amount of time. So yeah, so I've got links down below. These come in a 3-pack for around 12 bucks or so, and you can pick these up and then, you know, have them. And when an emergency comes up that you need a little extra warmth, you can use one of these blankets. So finally, I'd like to hear from you guys. If you've used one of these Mylar blankets before, let's hear your experience. You know, how much did it help? What type of setup did you use to organize it? I've seen some people say, you know, set it up around near a fire because you'll get warmth. Absolutely, if you can make a fire. If you've done that, let's hear some of your experience. And as you're leaving a comment, also read the comments so you can hear what other people have had to say about these blankets. All right, guys, thanks as always for checking out the videos. Please subscribe to Everyday Tactical Vids if you haven't done so already. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, check us out on Instagram and Tumblr as well. More videos coming soon. Take care.